Well, hello and welcome to Shallow Proclamation. My name is Paul and I'm joined by,
Thomas.
and we're about to jump into episode 6 of Doctor Who and the Silurians. Uh, as always, chuck your comments down below about what you think about this episode. Do subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, just gets it out there a bit more. And if you'd like to chat more about Doctor Who, join us on our Discord server, which you can find a link for in the description.
Yeah. Dr. Achu and the Silurians.
Now, we haven't talked enough, Thomas, I don't think, about the rather bold choice of music in this story.
Yeah.
It's
a choice.
I was thinking, no one, like, there's nothing you see now has music anything remotely like this, does it?
No. Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. Blam, blam.
Unit leader to base. Unit leader to base.
That looks like a conductor's baton, doesn't it? I thought he was about to go.
That's where the music comes from. I love old trains like that,
Oh, that's gorgeous, isn't it?
with the compartments. I wish more trains were like that now.
You like a compartment, do you?
Absolutely. Like a Harry Potter Hogwarts Express-esque train, I would.
Yeah.
Marylebone Station.
What do you think the Silurians
Oh,
are?
okay. It is. I mean, I love this music, but it's kind of funny just how out there it is, isn't it?
Yeah. I wonder if other shows of this era had equally as kind of distinctive music.
Yes. He said that to the camera, didn't
He
he?
did. Broke the fourth wall there.
Like Miss Flood. I am the leader now.
How are they getting that photo? Where's that video feed coming from?
Yeah. They have a hidden camera. Oh, pigeons.
Yes, look at this. All bodies, people dropping down everywhere.
Whoa, this is incredibly done, isn't
This
it?
is, yeah, really well done.
Do you reckon if this happened, Paul, you'd activate see it, say it, sorted?
I'm beginning to lose confidence for the first time in my life. And that covers several thousand years.
Well, at least you've narrowed it down to 40 possible drugs.
Several thousand years.
Have you considered the addition of
He's
agents?
Thus begins the
exaggerating,
debate
isn't he?
about the Doctor's age.
Yes, it's a possibility.
That's what often people say.
I suppose time does pass weirdly for the Doctor, doesn't he? Because he has experienced thousands of years of history. Just not all of it.
Wow.
You can just jump backwards and
And
forwards.
he is the timeless child. So.
Yeah,
I
so in
wonder
a
at
way,
this stage whether they've tried Cowpole.
Yes, well, I expect those antibiotics are wearing off. You better get
That
a
might be. That seems to work for everything.
You.
I'm all right.
Oh, come on, Doctor. I think you.
Liz, I'm all right.
imagine if a disease had like a really specific but easy cure, like eat a brioche within an hour and you'll be fine. But it has to be that
When did
specific.
brioche has come up before, hasn't it? Hasn't brioche
Do you have-
come up on very early videos?
I have a bit of an obsession.
It's good makeup.
Yeah, very visceral.
I'm in charge of this place!
Wow.
What do I have to say?
He's
Wow,
really
I like
going
it.
for this. What are we looking at there, Paul?
Yeah, good question. Some blood. Bit of blood. Eureka.
Hey.
Right, thank you.
There we go. I guessed he was going to say that. I didn't even really know. I just thought it seemed a very doctory thing.
Well, what's funny, Paul, is from my end, you actually said it after he said it. So
I said it before. Oh no.
You see, I think I trust you
You found
enough
the
to
antidote?
believe you there.
Works in the laboratory. Now let's see whether it works in practice.
We'll let people watching the recording be the judge.
They can decide.
Although it's probably recording from my end, so I'll probably be
Yeah,
proven right.
exactly.
No, I believe you. I believe
Time
you.
is relative, Thomas.
Exactly. I think you called it.
Time can be rewritten.
Time can be rewritten.
Oh,
That's quite impressive what they can do with those eyes, isn't it?
yeah.
You could say
Some
that's
nice
a
shots of the
penetrating
Silurians.
stare.
Yeah. No, I like this. Like the light on some of these Silurian shots.
Oh, gorgeous.
Definitely couldn't accuse them of being overlit.
Wow. Oh, gosh. So we've gone from the politics of the
Well,
Silurians to an epidemic, which
yeah. There you go.
is quite close to home, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, definitely. I'm really enjoying this story. Actually, I was slightly hesitant, although I generally think of this season as being a strong season. I think having a number of seven-parters, you're aware that you could be in for quite a long haul on some of them. But it feels to me like this is really keeping its pace. It's keeping my interest. It doesn't feel like it's dragging. Given that there's only one episode left now, it seems to
Yeah.
keep adding more to the story. I think that from this episode, the plague thing is brilliant.
It's
There's
the
all the
gift that keeps on
scenes
giving.
at the station.
Yeah.
Absolutely, the station. Where you see people beginning to collapse and the bodies on the floor, the ambulances up, and
Oh,
the
that's grim.
makeup as well for it is just really effective, isn't it? Yeah, it is a grimness to the something. What helps that is the look of the whole thing as well. The sort of mutedness of the colours and stuff. The whole thing feels bleak anyway.
Yeah.
So that kind of helps it, I think. So yeah, really solid. Good to see the Doctor, like I said, doing a bit of scientific work.
Totally.
Yeah, there's lots of positives here, I think.
Yeah, I
What about
completely
you?
agree. I think yes, as you mentioned, just giving that sense of scale of the epidemic when you see that in the station and you see the impact on everyday people going about their business, you actually feel like, oh, this is really affecting a broader scale of life now, which is kind of what you see in Spearhead from Space when the Autons smash through the windows. I just remember watching that and thinking, oh wow, Doctor Who feels big now. It feels like these things are actually affecting the world. Because they
Yeah.
tried to do that in the Hartnell and Troughton era to varying degrees of success, but it's hard, especially when you don't have many actors to work with and you're working with limited sets and stuff. But to show these locations that would have been familiar to viewers and are familiar to us even today, I mean, that looked like a, a train station, didn't it? Because it is an actual train station, and you
Yeah.
believe in it. And so it's actually very confronting to see people who could be you and me walking around that train station and then collapsing and being covered in these welts. It's quite scary, isn't it?
Yeah, and you've got Masters coming up from the like the underpass, like up the ramp that goes round and up, by the kind of big tower block. And again, it's just really recognizable imagery for people, isn't it? For particularly the contemporary at the time. I mean, it still looks very much like that today, some areas. So
Yeah.
it really grounds the threat in the real world.
Yeah. Which is always what makes Doctor Who scarier, isn't it? If you can relate to it. Because if something's so
Yeah,
alien
absolutely.
that it's something you could never possibly face, it can sometimes be a bit, pardon the pun, alienating. Um, but yeah, pandemics, we can believe in that.
Yeah. While I remember, have a look at the. I think we might have been talking about it in the last episode, but we should look it up. The Silurian design.
Yeah, what shall I type
So it
in?
was the. Good question. Doctor Who Silurian design. I don't know.
Silurian design.
So yeah, I mean, well, there you go. There you go. That even that Reddit thing. This is the design we could have had, isn't it?
Ah. Oh, wow.
There it is.
Interesting. Yeah, those
Which you
look
can
really
see is
good.
much more faithful to the originals, isn't it? So it's a
Yeah,
real shame that those were. I think I would have liked that, but I mean, it was hard to imagine Madame Vastra and Jenny working.
yeah.
If they look like that. Um,
What's interesting is looking at them side by side. So you do still have in the one that we eventually ended up with, you do still have those three ridges on top. But
yes.
no, yeah, the mouth and the eyes are completely different, aren't they? And it's gone for a sort of much more scaly thing, which is, yeah, you got the
Mm.
reptile sense, but it's completely different creature, isn't it? To that.
I think what I'd quite like to see is them, if they did come back again, I wouldn't mind having a design that looked more like the originals, but you could explain it by just saying they're sort of a different sort of species of Silurian, you know. I mean, because that design is great. I mean, it looks the makeup on these modern ones is brilliant.
Yeah,
It looks really effective, but it's not at all. Well, like you say, largely it's not faithful to the originals.
yeah, yeah. Oh, Rory. Well, no, good stuff. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let us know what
Yeah.
you think. Do you prefer these original Silurians? Um, do they come back at any other point in the classic era? Oh, I guess you shouldn't say for
They
spoilers, but
did well. I mean, it's not really a
it's
huge
not.
spoiler,
It's not
but
a
yeah,
huge
we'll see
spoiler.
them again, but not until the 80s. So it'll be quite a while before we get there.
Well, yeah. Let us know what your
So
favourite Silurian design is. And do join our Discord, link in the description below if you want more of this chat. But thanks for watching. Goodbye.
take care.